Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you how to downgrade your iPhone 4S from iOS 9.3.6 to iOS 6.1.3 here in 2026. Alright, so to begin the downgrade process, we first need to jailbreak our iPhone 4S by going to this exact URL, https://jailbreaks.app/legacy.html. Once you're there, you're going to tap the first option where you see EverPwnage Jailbreak, iOS 8, iOS 9. Once you tap that, you're then going to tap the install button to install the jailbreak app. Once you tap install, you're going to go to your home screen and you're going to wait for it to install. It should show up on your second page. And if you're unable to jailbreak your device using this method shown here, you can use this method shown in a previous video. Alright, so this is Editor Taylor, and I'm going to show you an alternative method to get EverPwnage installed on your iPhone just in case the jailbreaks.app method doesn't work. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the GitHub page linked down in the description. It's going to take you to the EverPwnage GitHub page where we're going to download the IPA file we need to install, as well as Sideloadly. So on the side of the web page, you're going to go to the Releases tab and you're going to download the latest release IPA for EverPwnage. Once that's done downloading, you're going to go back to the main page of EverPwnage, and Sideloadly is linked down below. As you see, there it is. We're going to click on Sideloadly. It's going to take us to the Sideloadly website, where you're then going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page and select the macOS download. That is going to download the macOS version of Sideloadly, which we're going to use to sideload the EverPwnage IPA we just downloaded from GitHub. Once Sideloadly is downloaded, we're going to go to wherever our downloads are, and we are going to click on the Sideloadly DMG. Once we click on the DMG, we're then going to drag Sideloadly into our applications folder and close that out. We're then going to open up Spotlight by pressing Command Space, and we're going to search for Sideloadly. We're then going to press Enter on Sideloadly, and it's going to say Sideloadly can't be opened. Just press Done, do not press Move to Trash. Once you've clicked Done, you're then going to go to your system settings, and you're going to scroll down on the left side to the Privacy and Security section. Once you're at the Privacy and Security section, you're just going to click on it to open it. Now we're going to scroll down at the right side all the way down to the bottom till we see Sideloadly was blocked to protect your Mac. Just click Open Anyway, and that will allow us to open Sideloadly. Click Open Anyway once again on the pop-up that comes up. Once you click that, you're going to need to enter your password. Once you've entered your password, you can just press Enter, and Sideloadly will open for you. As you see, Sideloadly is now loading and getting everything ready for us. Now that it's open, all we need to do is connect our iPhone to our computer via a USB cable and select from the drop-down. Alright, our phone is now connected to the computer. Now we're going to go up to the drop-down and we're going to select our iPhone 4S running iOS 9.3.6 from the drop-down. Now we're going to go to wherever we have the EverPwnage IPSW downloaded to. In this case, it's in my downloads folder, and we're going to click and drag it and drop it right in the Sideloadly window. Right there, we're going to click, drag, and drop it. Boom, we're good to go. Now you're going to need to enter an Apple ID email address. I would recommend using a spare Apple ID, but it's okay to use your personal one as well. Once you've entered your email, you're then going to press start. Alright, now that we've got our email entered in, we're going to hit the start button, and it's now prompting us to enter our password, which we're going to do, and it's only sent to Apple servers. Once we enter our password, we'll be back. Alright, we've entered in our password, and it is now installing the EverPwnage IPSW to our iPhone using Sideloadly. And boom, we're almost done, and we are done. The EverPwnage IPSW has now been successfully installed to our iPhone 4S running iOS 9, as you can see here. And boom, there we go, the app is now running, no problem. Now we can get back to the video. But here we go, as you see, the app is now installed. Now when you tap it, it's going to say Untrusted Developer. Just click Cancel. Tap Cancel, just like that. Go to Settings, go to General, and scroll all the way down to Profiles and Device Management. Once you're there, tap that and tap the profile listed there. Once you tap the profile, you're then going to tap the Trust button and then tap the second Trust button, just like that. Once you've tapped Trust twice, go back to your home screen, and you should now be able to open the app we installed from Safari earlier. Now, here we are in the app. As you see, it open, no problem. So once the app is open, you're then going to tap more settings and make sure install OpenSSH is selected, because we will need it for the downgrade process later anyway, so we might as well install it now. Once you have that check marked, you can hit done, and then you can tap the big blue jailbreak button to jailbreak your device. Now, eventually you will get a storage almost full pop-up. That is a good sign. You can tap done on that, and then eventually your screen will go black. As you see, we just got the storage almost full. Just tap done and give your phone some time and your screen should go black. You should get an Apple logo. Your device should reboot, and then you should boot back up into iOS 9 jailbroken. As you see, our screen just went black and we immediately get an Apple logo. Our device is now rebooting and is most likely successfully jailbroken. And boom, we're back booted up into iOS 9. Alright, now on our home screen here, you can see we were able to successfully jailbreak. We do have the Cydia app on our home screen, but if for some reason it didn't work for you, you can go back in the EverPwnage app once your device reboots, and you can try to run the jailbreak again, and hopefully it'll work on the second time. Just keep running the jailbreak until you manage to get the Cydia app on your home screen. Once you have it, you can open it, and first we're going to verify that OpenSSH is installed. If you remember earlier during the jailbreak process, we clicked that checkbox to automatically install OpenSSH. So here is where we're going to verify it. Once you open Cydia, just tap return to Cydia. Then tap the search bar in the bottom right. Once you tap the search bar, just go up top and type OpenSSH. And there we go. See, the first one, we got the green check mark and we got the modify button in the upper right corner, meaning that OpenSSH was successfully automatically installed by EverPwnage for us. So next up, we just need to install one more tweak. So go back to the search bar and type in Core Utilities. And once you see it, you're going to tap the first one, Core Utilities. There we go. We're going to tap it, and we are going to tap the install button in the upper right corner. Then going to tap the confirm button in the upper right corner, and it's going to go through the install process for us, and boom, Core Utilities has now been successfully installed. Now all you need to do is tap the return to Cydia button, and next up what we're going to do is we're going to bring our phone over to a computer, and using Legacy iOS Kit, we're going to downgrade it from iOS 9.3.6 to iOS 6.1.3. Alright, now that we're jailbroken, make sure you have your device connected to your computer via a USB cable. And we're going to go to the Legacy iOS Kit GitHub page, link down in the description. And you're going to go to the Releases tab and download the latest release zip file. This will download Legacy iOS Kit to your Mac, which we're going to use to downgrade right now. So once Legacy iOS Kit is done downloading, you're going to open up Terminal either by typing it in Spotlight Search or by opening your Applications folder. But once you have Terminal open, you're going to go to your downloads or wherever you have Legacy iOS Kit downloaded to, and you're going to open the folder. So we're just going to click to open that. As you see, it's open. We're in the Legacy iOS Kit folder, and all we have to do is just drag the restore.sh file from the Legacy iOS Kit into Terminal. So we're just going to drag and drop, boom. Now we're going to press enter on that. Once you press enter on that, it's going to automatically prompt you to install Xcode command line tools, which we need to use Legacy iOS Kit. So you're going to click on the blue install button, just like that. Then you're going to go to the bottom right, and you're going to click on the agree button. Once you click agree, it's going to immediately begin downloading Xcode command line tools all automatically for you. Once this is done, we'll be back. While we're waiting for Xcode command line tools to install, I just did want to mention I do have an Amazon storefront link down below where you can purchase the products I use every day and would recommend to you. I got some cool stuff on there, a lot of iPhone accessories, iPad accessories, cases, screen protectors, MagSafe accessories, whatever you may need, I got on there. Some cool stuff. So go check out the Amazon storefront, and anything you purchase, I will earn a small commission, but the products will not cost you anything extra. And also, you can now become a member on this channel if you enjoy downgrade guides like this. But with that being said, let's get back to the video. Alright, now that Xcode command line tools is done installing, now we're going to need to rerun the script again so that it can install some dependencies we need. You can do that just by pressing the up arrow and then pressing enter, and it's going to install those dependencies. Now that that's done, we need to run the script yet again by pressing the up arrow another time. Once you run the script again, it's then going to ask you if you want to install an update, which obviously yes, we do want to install the update. So just press enter on yes and it's going to download and install that update for you. Alright, so the update is just finished downloading. We're now going to have to run the script again, and this time make sure you have your iPhone connected and trusted to your computer. Once you run the script, it should detect your iPhone 4S in normal mode. Alright, so now you'll be presented with a bunch of different options. Now obviously for this video we're going to be focusing on the restore/downgrade option, so press enter on that. You will then have the option to choose between iOS 6.1.3 or 8.4.1. Obviously for this video we're going to choose 6.1.3, but you can also do 8.4.1. Once you press enter on 6.1.3, you're then going to press enter on download target IPSW, and Legacy iOS Kit is going to automatically download the IPSW for you all within this tool. Once it's done downloading, we'll be back. Alright, so the IPSW is just finishing up downloading here, and it is done. We are now going to use the arrow keys to go down to the Start Restore option and press enter. Once you press enter, it's going to ask if you would like to jailbreak the device. You can either say yes or no, doesn't matter. For me, I'm going to say no. It's then going to ask you if you have more than 8 GB of RAM on your Mac for creating the custom IPSW. For me, I'm going to say yes, and then you need to select KDFU. Once you press enter on KDFU, you're going to see some text. It's then going to ask you for the root password of the device, which is Alpine, ALPINE. Or alternatively, you can just press enter when you get to this point. Once you press enter, you need to lock your device, disconnect and reconnect your 30-pin USB cable, and it will then put the device in KDFU mode. As you see, we just unplugged and plugged back in. Now it's spamming a bunch of text on screen, meaning that we've done it correctly. We're now entering KDFU mode, and the next step will be to begin the restore process. Here shortly we should get an Apple logo on screen, meaning that the restore process has begun. I'll see you guys when we get there. And boom, there we go. We get that spinny wheel at the bottom, and now we see the classic iOS 6 Apple logo, as well as the classic iOS 6 progress bar for restoring. Now, once this is done restoring, all we have to do is activate the device, then set it up, and we are good to go and start using iOS 6 here in 2026. We'll be back when the restore process is finished. Alright, the restore process is done on the computer side. Now we're just going to get a progress bar on the phone, and once that progress bar is filled up, we will be booted into the iOS 6 setup screen. I'll see you guys there. As you can see, our iPhone 4S has successfully booted into the iOS 6 setup screen. Now what we need to do is use Finder or Legacy iOS Kit to activate the device. In this case, for this video, I'm going to be activating using Finder. It's real simple. Now that we're booted into the iOS 6 setup, we now need to activate our device. So open Finder and go to the sidebar and click the iPhone. That's all you need to do to activate. It's going to load and then activate. Now, if you have issues activating, I believe you can also use Legacy iOS Kit to activate, but using Finder is the more simple way to go about it. Now that we're activated, we're just going to speed through the iOS 6 setup screen and get right to the home screen, and boom, we are in iOS 6 on this iPhone 4S in 2026. Just to show you that we are indeed on 6.1.3, let's go into Settings, General, and About, and let's scroll down to Version. As you see there, 6.1.3, build number 10B329. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Let's close out the video. And that is how you downgrade your iPhone 4S from iOS 9 to iOS 6.1.3 or iOS 8.4.1 here in 2026. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe. As well as if you have any issues, please comment below as well. And with that being said, I do have an Amazon storefront if you guys would like to support the channel and future downgrade guides like this. Anything you purchase from my storefront, I will earn a small commission for, but it will not cost you anything extra, as well as you can become a member of this channel down below as well. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.